Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's running of the Big Show 125 here at Michigan International Speedway. Alongside me tonight is Patrick Morrison. Patrick, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Tim.
I did say your last name, right? I did it off the fly. I did. Okay. I want to make sure I said the right thing. But tonight is Patrick's first call for the Big Show. What are you looking forward to here tonight at Michigan?
I'm looking forward to a lot of side-by-side driving with all these great racers out here. These racers have raced alongside each other for a good while, and they'll be racing for money, and everybody gets really excited about that, Tim.
Oh, man.
Tonight it's going to be about it's going to be about pitting. It's going to be about drafting. I'm excited to see how much speed these trucks can get out here tonight.
You know, and like you said, money is going to make people. I mean, they're going to be dashing for the cash. That's what I like to call it. 125 laps here at Michigan in these trucks. Very unique compared to, say the Cup or Xfinity. I always feel like the trucks in iRacing are so much more fun and so much more competitive.
Yes, and that they are, and with the trucks, you have a different way of drafting, the different types of tire wear, but especially this is a truck, so the butt end of the car is going to get a little bit loose, so traction's definitely going to be key whipping around these turns tonight.
And we will have green flag pit stops. There's going to be no cautions in the first three segments, and in the final segment, the only caution these drivers are going to get is if you're in the top six. So you got to be very careful. Say if you're back in 10th trying to make those quick moves, you're going to have to be careful coming down to that checkered flag.
Yes, and timing. So if you come into pit 2 laps late or 1 lap early, it could be the choice of whether you make the stage win or not.
Yes, definitely. And right now these guys are out here. I didn't want my camera still there, but there we go. These guys are out there currently qualifying so far. Matt Hummel is on the pole. So far, he's ran a 39.42. Big field here tonight, too, Patrick.
Yes, and great run by Hummel there. He's had a little trouble in the past, but tonight he seems to have that groove going on, waiting for those tires to heat up and getting a quick time tonight. So it's always better to have somebody in your rearview mirror than out in front.
Oh, definitely, for sure. I don't want to have to. Oh, and he finishes his qualifying lap there and shoves it into the wall.
Got to knock a few of those dents out before we grid up.
Yeah, want to get that wrecking out of the way. But so far on the pole, Matt Hummel, Robert Corzin second. Actually, as I say that, Brian Lukin takes over that pole position.
I'm waiting to see if Landon Gentry decides to come out here in a little bit and kind of turn his race. I think I see him out there on the track now getting warmed up.
Landon Gentry is a big one to watch here at the Big Show. And I believe Ray is going for his 23rd pole here at Michigan tonight.
23rd?
23rd just at Michigan.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess he'll be the man to beat. So I guess Hummel and Lukin that you see just placed first on the qualifying there with a 39.3. They're gonna be chasing down. But we'll see if Garcia here can go ahead and get turned around and in the first position tonight.
All right, boys. I'm going to launch at right at 5 minutes. 1 minute.
Got it.
Let's see.
Landon's first lap up to 9th position, a 39.45.
Yeah, not too bad. Should have what, one more lap here, and then we'll hopefully have a final time.
He's doing a great job keeping it on that white line. I almost said yellow. I'm so used to Daytona and Talladega. Oh, now it's yellow.
Only for the turns, I guess. But very interesting to see him taking the low line here. No Michigan. You're going to have to kind of deal with a few options here with a lot of speed and a lot of draft. Taking that low line may start trying to pick up the truck a little bit, and that's not what you want, because that's going to give you a little bit of a drafting issue or definitely traction. So we'll see how he fares during the race.
Well, yeah, because his second lap was actually about 6/100ths of a second slower than his first lap. So that's going to put it in the bag for him. Looks like right now he's down to 10th. But a lot of good qualifiers still out there to come. Right now, Timothy Pope, a guy that we're going to be talking about a lot, is currently out there on the track. I believe this is his first time lap right here across the line. Straight to the pole, no questions. 39.31.
Wow, that's fast.
It doesn't even sound like he's going to make a second attempt. He is not. He's going to go with that lap. So now our next qualifier, Ray Garcia, out there in that 00. We'll see what kind of lap he can lay down. I know that before this race, he's saying that Timothy Pope's going to be, if he runs a qualifying lap, it's going to be the guy to beat.
Yeah, running that 00 car. With as many poles as he has, I would definitely like a ride along with that, because that means that is going to be one fast truck tonight. And I just don't know if anybody's going to be able to keep up tonight. But with this being Michigan, we're going to be double, if not 3 wide, going around most of these turns tonight. So this will definitely be super exciting.
Yeah, and it's Ray Garcia up to second, 39.35. See if he can't lay it down on this second lap. I mean, first lap was a great lap, but we'll see if he can't knock him off of the pole in the second time by.
Yeah, riding that low line pretty good there.
I think as he comes off this turn, he's going to come way down on the low part of that track and try to shave off as much time as possible. 39.45 second time by.
Oh, man. So Timothy Pope keeps out in front.
And right now, Greg Blazin out there on the track. Mark Reed, Michael Cinnamons, and Michael Wiley. This is a driver. He is, every time we broadcast for the big show, he always is right there up front all the time. He's a very good qualifier. I don't remember what he qualified last time here at Michigan, but you can see he's a different approach to what we've seen these other guys doing for qualifying. He's warming those tires up.
Yeah, that might actually be a pretty smart move here, trying to make sure we can get up in that top 5 qualifying position. So I like his strategy. Kind of warm him up there right before the end, and then this is crunch time. He's got to make it happen right here.
And Greg Blazin up to 8th on his first lap, 39.44. As we watch the final guys make their qualifying attempts right here. Michael Simmons, 16th, 39.46. And Mark Reed, 40.45 in that number 17. As we go back to Michael, let's see what kind of lap time he's going to throw down. His first lap's not going to be that great, as his first time by is a 41.919. But this second lap is going to be hot. And Mark Reed just jumped up to second place in that number 17. 39.35, tied with Ray Garcia.
Yeah, we'll see if that 48 of the Jimmy Johnson old paint scheme he's rocking out there with Lowe's is gonna help him around the track here.
Listen, I believe it will. And you see he's cutting straight down next to the grass. It's going to be a hot one, I can tell. Oh, only up to 5th, 39.41.
Not bad. I was going to say top 5. That's what I was hoping for. The way he was heating them up.
You did say that. Now we're looking at Jeff Snyder in that 999. It's his first attempt for a qualifying lap.
I like that paint scheme he's rocking there.
Yeah, I believe he's one of the VRL guys. Vigilante Racing League. Them and the Big Show get together every month and put on these big events. And, I mean, it's not called the Big Show for nothing, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, we definitely have a lot of turnout tonight. I believe we have over 30 drivers tonight, Tim.
Looks like I see 30 exactly. So, yeah.
All right, good stacked field. Everybody will be getting plenty of time to move around. So this is qualifying, but I would not expect everybody to stay in their place tonight.
Oh, and qualifying just ended. He just missed his second lap, unfortunately. But, man, Timothy Pope on top here at Michigan as these guys get ready to go green, get gridded up. A couple of things to note, Patrick. On the line tonight is some cash. A lot of things. So far, Timothy Pope gets $15 for the pole position. Fastest lap of the race gets 15. Stage 1 winner $20. Stage 2 winner $20. Stage 3 winner $20. First place taking home $100 tonight. Second place $50. Third place $20. Fourth place $20. Fifth place $20. And then sixth all the way down to 10th place, $10 going to those positions, respectively. So, I mean, there's a lot of money to be won tonight. I mean, if you look at it in this way, if you get the fastest lap, all the stage wins, and you get first place, you're looking at $195.
Hey, that's not bad. I mean, most leagues don't pay at all.
Right, yeah. Yeah, most leagues you're sitting there just doing it because I'm trying to – why? Sorry, it's not letting me choose drivers because they're they're gridding, so it's like making me do scenery stuff. But, man, out of everything you've seen so far, I know you were watching practice and you now got to see qualifying. Who are you keeping your eye on? I want you to give me a dominator and somebody who's going to be kind of, I almost said the ghost, but the underdog. There we go.
Mine, it's hard to pick only one. I would probably say Timothy Pope and Ray Garcia tonight. I think may have a good chance of running up front a lot of tonight, but I think some of your sleepers may be Landon Gentry and Jeremy Richmond. Those two boys out here tonight. They are actually starting side by side, I believe, for the 14th and 15th position. But
Yep.
they know how to work through a field and march their way up to the front.
You know, that's something I've watched Landon do this over and over again. He kind of, you could see him drop back sometimes, but 110%, no doubt, by the end of the first stage or before the start of the second, he finds ways to kind of short pit, get back up there, and be in contention. So he's very, very careful as to how he approaches every one of these races.
Yeah, and it's a wise move. I mean, it does take some skill even running in the back. You know, some people say it's only skill and driver experience running in the front and, you know, staying out in the lead. But you are having to contend with other people and the way they drive. I mean, if some guy gets loose, you have to make that, you know, a different change to your race line to keep your truck clean because you want to make it to the end. So even racing in the back, don't take against the driver not being able to do his job, you know, racing out front. He still has a battle ahead of him. But yeah, I wouldn't count out Landon Gentry or Jeremy Richmond tonight.
And this is on board for Landon Gentry. You see, currently he's starting in 14th, I believe, 15th, somewhere around there. These guys are getting racked up. But a lot of trucks in front of him to get around. But I have no worries that he won't be able to get there.
Right, but Timothy Pope and Ray Garcia, can they run away from this field as they get ready to go? As you're about to drop under green flag, Tim, take it away.
Getting ready to go green here at Michigan International Speedway. Green flag is in the air. These guys are going for 125 laps here at Michigan. No cautions during these first three stages. They're going to have to just wait until the stage breaks to get back on the lead lap. And you see early on, Ray Garcia gets around that 17 and right there on the back of Timothy Pope heading down the backstretch.
Yes, he is. And it seems we may have a spin out down the backstretch there behind Landon Gentry, fortunately.
Oh!
But, we got a bad tie up there, bud. They're tumbling in the back.
Big one. 14 makes it through, though. Great job by Dale Rapp. Gains 10 spots on that one. Unfortunately, took a lot of good ones. That looks like Jeremy Richmond was involved. Michael Simmons, Heath Rutherford, Dustin Eaton. Just trying to go through my list here of drivers. It looks like involved. It looks like can't tell if Landon made it through. Yep, Landon made it through. He's good. Still see smoke here on the backstretch as they come through.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad pileup. I knew some of these guys are a little antsy, not waiting for those tires to warm up just yet. But it did look like somebody got pinched in between the wall, and then they picked the truck up on the wall, and then that's all she wrote. Everybody kind of going full bore, gas pedal to the floor, and then there's nowhere to go. They're spreading everywhere.
And now look at this, that inside lane, starting with that 17 of Mark Reed, really digging right there. 48 down there with him, as well as that 93. There's something else we need to note here, Patrick. Bump drafting typically isn't allowed due to how things line up for these guys, because you can spin somebody quick in these trucks. But if they are a teammate, I believe you are allowed to bump draft because, those guys kind of already know the lay of the land and get together that way.
Yeah, and they're kind of used to each other doing the same sort of thing, kind of, how to tie up. But there's a time to bump draft and not to bump draft. I personally wouldn't bump draft around corners. You got a bad chance of putting the nose to the bumper and the guy sliding across the front of you and turning him around and getting you caught up in the middle of it. But, when you're down straightaway like this, you want to kind of tuck that nose right up underneath the spoiler and the rear bumper there and kind of just enter that bubble and give him that little extra push. The faster he goes, the faster you go, and teammates always like that, everybody up toward the front. That way you stay out of trouble.
Right, and we were just watching the 17, 93, and 48. A very interesting thing happened here. Going into turn one, the 48 kind of lost them, but he went up a lane. Up really close to that high lane right now, and the 17 and 93 kind of dropped back while they were running that really low line. He was able to get around both of them and keep his position right. He's just running very interestingly just right below that higher lane, and that's what the 88 just did and got up into second place of Robert Corzin.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good move. If you kind of stay up real close, keep the guy hugging there, you won't lose as much space if he is, falling back or whatnot. You can actually get a little bit of that draft that's coming off the side of the car, and it'll help pull you around the rest of the track as he takes the short line running there toward the inside. But you don't want everybody to kind of get away from you here at these super speedways. You get a train of about 3 or 4 vehicles, and they will leave you if you're out there by yourself. As you can see, he's starting to get a little bit of help there from the front and the rear of his truck. So I'm hoping he can tie back up in here. But hey, he's so far he's lost a couple of spots. So not too bad starting this race out.
Yeah, and watching out of the front of Mark Reed's car or truck. Oh, we got a wreck right here in front of everybody.
Oh no!
Quite a few of the leaders, the 48 involved. I couldn't tell who else was. It looks like Matt Himmel was involved. Douglas Ross, Jarrett Woodard was not. Yeah, so big changes up front now.
Wow. Yeah, wouldn't expect that. It's kind of thinning out the field here, unfortunately. But everybody's kind of everybody will kind of bunch back up here in a second. Like I said, working with your draft partners and working along. But that kind of that didn't work out too good there, kind of taking out a bunch of your lead pack here. So we're going to start thinning out. Probably, I think we got about 7 or 8 drivers left here in the front, Tim.
Yeah, and it's and look at that. Your guy to watch, Landon Gentry, up to 4th, up 11 spots since the drop of the green. I mean, we both knew that he would be a contender here tonight at some point. He's already missed 2 big wrecks, and he's up to 4th.
Yeah, I guess somebody handed him the horseshoe down in pit road because how he's avoiding some of these is he was lucky on that second one because that thing, they started tumbling. And boy, he squirted right out of there the same as the first one. So hopefully he can stay clean for the rest of the race. But we still got a long way to go here tonight.
Yeah, coming across for lap 9, I believe. We're on lap 9. Another big run for Jeff Snyder. We were watching him during qualifying that 999. He started in, I want to say, what was it, 27th? Something like that? Yeah, 27th, because currently he is up 19 positions since the drop of the green flag. So right now, he is currently our biggest mover of the race.
And Landon Gentry getting a little bit of a little trouble up here. He's got guys too wide, but it's kind of pick your lane, make it happen. So I see he's got the 17. Is that Mark Reed on the inside of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to try to keep him down low and see if he can ride this turn and get around him. That way you kind of make this single file. Everything's a lot easier single file than double wide, and then you got to play that guessing game. It's 52 of Brian Lucan. Definitely not getting. Definitely not wanting to see the rear bumper of either one of them and getting a little antsy. So these boys will calm down. We'll get around this track just fine.
You know, it's an interesting line. I mean, Ray Garcia sticking to that middle to high lane. And now the 88 goes to the outside of the 728 of Timothy Pope. It's our first pass for the lead today. Man, Timothy Pope, I've been watching this. I was about to bring this up. He'll ride that high line and then dive down to that inside lane. And that's actually, I believe, what got him to give up that lead. Coming out of turn 4 was he kept going low, and the 88 was like, that's not where I want to be. I'm going to go back to the outside. And it's proved that it helped him more than it did Timothy Pope.
Yeah, really starting high and kind of aiming low is really gutsy. It takes a really, kind of rubbing there. Kind of a real hard toll on those tires, on that right front, kind of having to dive in and having to rotate almost twice as fast because you're making that left turn. And having the tires hold out that long may play a factor, but I believe how long's our pit stops, Tim? Do you have any idea when our fuel window might be?
You know what? That's something I did not find out. But I do know that the caution flag is going to come out for the stage break at lap 30. So my guesstimate is going to be around lap 22, 23 is going to be as far as these trucks are going to go.
Okay, yeah, I figured that. It may be kind of close, and I don't think fuel or tires are an issue tonight, along with fast repairs. So we'll be able to keep everybody out here tonight, which is actually a really good thing. You kind of end up in that mix-up like you saw in lap 1 or 2 there, and that's which is quite unfortunate. You're not out of the game. You can still fight your way forward because everybody's racing for cash tonight. So these guys are racing more than just pride.
And that's what I love about these races. Very unique in the iRacing community. Done a lot of different leagues, and this one they want to make sure that every single lap, all the way down to the last one, it's competitive. Ray Garcia sits here and builds these chassis every month. The whole month they sit there and race the same track, and all the guys get really comfortable with each other, and then they have the big show at the end of the month typically, and it's just everybody running for some cash. And you've had all month to practice, and it's a lot of fun to watch because you don't have to worry about going a lap down. You don't have to worry about these wrecks. The only time you got to worry about that is in the last stage. Then it's it's kind of like, well, sorry,
Yeah, and that's always good. And like I said, you almost get more true racing when people start racing for actual liquid asset. I would say, as you can see, it looks like Ray Garcia and. Who's that coming down pit road here? Already going ahead and taking tires and fuel. I guess maybe a little pit strategy here.
Yeah, because you got to think. Let's see, the fastest lap by Timothy Pope and Robert Corzin, they were running about 39.40. Currently, they're running about 40.0. So they're already almost a full second off, about a half second off of their best lap. And let's see, those guys pitting. Landon Gentry is in. Like I said earlier, he's one of those guys that will short pit. Dustin Eaton, Charles Fletcher. We're going to see what kind of laps they're turning when they come back out.
Oh, yeah, and I believe so far, Landon Gentry, has the fastest lap on the track so far with almost a 39 flat.
Yeah,
so he definitely got that
39.0, wow.
Yeah, he got in that draft pretty good, and I guess that truck's hooking around those turns, but key is not to go too many because as you can see, the lighters go and put him a lap down. But yeah, I think him and Ray Garcia may get lined up here and start pushing their way around.
And what's interesting about you guys short pitting right now, those fresh tires are going to make a difference especially when Timothy Pope was sitting there riding that inside lane. It's just gonna be very. Oh, I saw smoke, so I thought something had happened.
Oh no! Everybody just getting excited, trying to scream out of pit road. You don't need to lose places in pit road. You're under 40 miles an hour in there.
Yeah. So these guys, I just really can't wait to see how fast they're going. See, they haven't ran their first full lap yet. They will this time by though. Last time by, Timothy Pope ran a 40.21. And now these guys are going to have a good group of 4 guys here. They should be able to get all hooked up together and start hauling the mail. That time by, Landon Gentry, 39.63.
Yeah, that's not hateful. That's definitely a change from the last, but we're still waiting on those tires to heat up and then get it the rest of the way around. So explain to the viewers, Tim, when you say they spend all month doing this, are we saying that Ray Garcia spends all the time with different trucks out here tuning each chassis for these guys to race here tonight?
Yeah. So what happens? I mean, I've I've had it where I'll be waking up for work at about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Ray is on the West Coast, but I'll see Ray say, "Oh, hey guys, throwing up a Michigan server. Come on out and race," and he's sitting there tweaking. So that way all these guys are as competitive as possible, have the most stable, comfortable chassis that they can all have and everybody's comfortable with, and you can come out here and run and you have a chance to win, you know. So nobody here has an advantage. Everybody's running the same setup and everything on these trucks.
Yeah, whether it be in Ford, Chevy, or Toyota here tonight. But yeah, I find that the most time I spend racing is the setup. You're spending a lot of time out there practicing by yourself, getting it set up just right. And just when you think you have it, you get a few friends out there, you draft in, and your setup's ruined. you know, and you have to re-go through the whole setup again to expect the draft, and you kind of have to get a one or the both. You're setting it up for the draft and for the lead, because I mean I don't want to be setting up a car for following. Oh, as you can see, a couple spinning out there on the back.
Mark Reed.
We got in the middle of that. Man, bummer.
Mark Reed and the 88, previous leader Robert Corzin.
Dang, I was gonna say we got Landon Gentry up here in 3rd place. Wow.
And in all honesty, somehow Timothy Pope still has a 2-second lead over this next group of guys. So he did a great job on his pit stall. Let me see, pit stop. So here's something to think about. During those pit stops, Lucan in 2nd, Gentry and Garcia all took about 15 to 13 seconds in their pit box. That means they took 4 tires, okay? Now we look at Timothy Pope. He took 11.75 seconds. That tells me he either took just rights and gas or just gas.
Yeah, I would probably say with the times he's going up there, he definitely got at least one side of tires. Because I mean, he's still pulling what we still got 39, almost a 39.7. Now, yeah, he's run two tenths slower, but it did push him out 2 seconds away from the guy in 2nd place. So I mean, it's a good call, but can he hold it off for this first stage win?
It's going to be interesting because right now his gap's down to about a 1.8, and it is diminishing every second. So look at last lap times. Mike Allen ran, he's back in 5th, that number 3 truck, a 39.01. Meanwhile, Timothy Pope ran a 39.81.
Yeah, that's a fast lap. That's definitely a fast lap out there. But yeah, Timothy Pope's gonna have to hold him off for about 8 more laps here. And if they kind of keep this up, if they run him down 2/10 a lap, it's gonna be tight. I'll give you that, Tim. It's gonna be tight.
Yeah. So with that lap time, Mike Allen is officially your fastest lap right now. He beat out Landon Gentry. And when these guys are in this draft, this is benefiting these guys right now. They're not using that much gas compared to Brian, who's leading this pack. So when they come down pit road, they're going to be getting less gas during this stage break than he is. And they've got this lead down to a 1.6 with, what do we got? About 7 laps to go here in this first stage.
Yeah, but it does beg the question whether you would gamble in the first stage at the very beginning of this race whether to take tires or not. He may not be using as much gas, but man, I'd probably be locked and loaded for that second heat, because remember, we're gonna be all bunched up again, and that back half may be thinking the same thing.
Yep.
As they may only get 2 tires, and now they're gonna be in the front. So that it it ain't over yet. But boy, we got a lot of work cut out for us. As you can see, Landon Gentry kind of cutting there toward the inside, and the train behind him. So 15's gonna kind of get hung out there to dry.
We had just, while you were talking, I went back to Michael Simmons and Douglas Ross. Looks like they had a little incident on the front stretch. Looks like they got that cleared up and back underway. The leaders are very close to catching them, put them a lap down. That 15 truck is a lap down. We've only got 24 drivers here on the lead lap out of 31 currently. But, I mean, that's not going to matter once we get to this caution flag. It's going to just reset the field, and these guys are going to go right back onto the lead lap. But that gap now, Timothy Pope kind of has it. He's got it maintained. He's got keeping it around. As I say that, never mind, it changed. He kept it around 1 second, but now he's only a half a second ahead of Brian Lucan.
Yeah, and Timothy Pope, he definitely sees him kind of crawling up in that mirror, getting a whole lot bigger. So it's going to be difficult, but we are looking at only 4 laps to go once he crosses the line. So if he can hold him off just enough, I believe in the beginning earlier stages he was doing a pretty good job blocking. But we're about to see if these tires are going to make a difference here for him, Tim.
I just can't help but think that they're going to. 'Cause, I mean, look at this pack that he's got coming behind him. First, Brian's going to catch him, and they're going to start battling. That's going to pull them both back towards that pack, and then it's just going to get really dicey from then on.
Yeah, and Ray Garcia making sure he pushes Landon Gentry up there. That way Brian Lucan doesn't get too far either. But Lucan in within less than half a second away from the leader there, so he may be in contention to try to take this first stage win.
Man, and look at Brian is taking that outside lane, having a little connection problem there, but see that too often in iRacing. And now you kind of see Landon getting some distance between him and Ray. Right now, Landon's about a 0.9 back from these two. And now Brian's really going to put the pressure on Timothy Pope. The question is he going to start making his move now, or is he going to wait until we get to that final lap?
Yeah, he might be thinking that old Talladega Nights with that shake and bake. Kind of run behind him for a little while, get the draft, and then pull on around him. But if he does go around him, as you can see here, taking that cut to the inside, if he, oh boy, that blink wasn't good. Yeah, race control may have to keep an eye on that for him blinking there, because that's what happens. Is you don't know where he is, and this is what happens. Whoa, dog! As Landon almost runs in the back of him.
I think Landon thought he was going much faster.
Wow, great piece of driving. Unfortunately, he's going to lose a couple spots there, but hey, yeah. I'd rather lose a couple spots than lose my truck.
Yeah. And now these guys are going to be able to, let me give you all interval here. Here we go. Gap now on the scoring timeline. They've now caught Lucan. This is going to be very interesting. White flag is out as soon as they cross that line. Oh, actually, I think Lucan might be giving up the position because of what happened. Drivers will do that. They know they blinked and caused a problem. They'll back off. And now that's going to give Ray Garcia the lead. But now here comes Mike Allen to the inside. Big push by the 53.
Oh, man, are they going to send a 3 wide here?
Oh, yes, they are.
Oh, man, as they squeeze through, Ray Garcia looks like he might just squeeze this first stage win.
Wow. Caution flag should roll. There it is.
There we go. Yep. Wow, that got tight right there at the end. Yeah, not bad seeing the top 6 smashed all up within half a second of each other and really squeezing it out for that first stage there, Tim.
Yeah, and that was awesome. And I know a lot of people don't like stage racing, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is why I love stage racing. Because, first off, with a league like this, where you got money on the line. Granted, now Ray don't have to pay no money. He goes straight back. He gets to keep it. But, you know, with money on the line in these stages, it's going to make things interesting. I mean, you look, Timothy Pope, just 2 laps prior, had a situation where a guy disappeared, came back up, got him into the wall. He was back up there and almost was back up into second at that checkered flag for that stage.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, why wouldn't you want to race for money? If your lap's down, we'll go ahead and get you back on the lead lap. Ooh, watch out for the pace car, guys. Oh, no. Man, but at least, you know, we got some fast repairs or anything. So if you did get tied up in that first bunch up, you know, at the beginning, you get another shot.
Yep.
And when we go to stage 3, if it happens again, you get another shot. But even, you know, but once we start stage 3, you're on your own. Yeah, that's the time to put up or shut up. So it's good to have a second chance, because a lot of times you come out here, you got one chance, and I hate my race being ruined in the first race, and you know, in the first or second lap. I mean, you're so excited, you get yourself prepped for 125 laps, and then you're out, you know, within 3 minutes.
Yeah, and you know, that's the I'm telling you, anybody that is watching it has not raced on iRacing. The worst feeling is, you know, you do all this practice leading up to the race, and like you said, getting taken out so early can just ruin your entire mood.
Oh yeah, but but like we were saying, it's a hit or a miss with the stages. Either you're leading and you hate the stages because you want to stay out front, and a stage stop is just going to bunch everybody back up, or you're falling back and you had a really bad time with some really bad luck, and this is actually going to work out for you, is you're going to be able to scrunch back up and give this another go. But hopefully, you know, these guys don't get banged around again, because I believe we're going to have another 25 cars, but I believe everybody's on the lead lap, right, Tim?
Right. Everybody will be back on the lead lap. I'm going to go ahead and pull down our Stage 1 winner, Ray Garcia, our Stage 1 winner. Man, you made it look easy out there.
It ain't. That 88 was, you know, we had been talking about the 88. Corzen's, you know, he's really aggressive, but he burns his tires up, and he wants to hang out at that bottom because the chassis gives you a false sense of security in that first 4 laps. It sticks really good, but that 5th, 6th, 7th lap, it doesn't want to hold, and he slid up and took out Mark Reed behind me.
Yeah, that was a big mess there. Probably, I think it was halfway through the Stage 1, if I'm not mistaken. But you were able to stay out of that. I think you were just in front of it, actually. And how were you able to pull off the Stage 1 win? Because, I mean, it looked like either Pope or who was that? Mike?
52. Brian Lucan.
Was it Brian Lucan? Yeah. Was going to win that stage.
Well, on our pit strategy, when we came in on that window, we know we're going to come out in the top 4. And then it was just a matter of running Tim down, which we were clipping off 0.3 of a second a lap. We would have got him anyway. But him and Lucan somehow tangled. I think Lucan had an internet issue, and they tangled, and that slowed Tim down enough for us to pass him.
Was that your pit strategy for a full tank of gas and 4 tires on that pit stop?
4 tires, full tank at 14. That gives us 4 extra quick laps. A lot of these guys like to come in at 16 and 17, but that gives us 4 faster laps, and we can eliminate that delta. So when Tim came out of the pits, we were behind him by 1.3 seconds, and we were just chopping that down. We would have got him by the 28th, 29th lap. We'd have passed him anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, but that would have been putting it pretty tight there. But I believe we have the caution lights are out on the pace car, so you might be getting ready to go. Which line are you thinking, inside or outside line?
I'm on the bottom.
All right. Well, I hope to see you get turned around here for the Stage 2 win.
Yep, I'm separated from my teammates, but they're working their way back up. We got a plan to get them back up.
All right, good luck, Ray.
All right, thanks.
All right, and then everybody else here is getting all crunched up, getting ready to go back under green flag, as Ray will lead him through the line.
Man, it's going to be, after watching Stage 1, I'm excited for the rest of this race because you see Pope already gets a great start there, right up on the bumper of Lucan. Behind him is 2x2. 3 wide back further.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm keeping an eye on is this bunch of cars that kind of got in a little bit of trouble last time. So, somebody bumped inside the 93 there, but seems everybody no harm, no foul. We'll kind of keep on moving here. But a couple things to take away from the first is I think some of these guys are going to try to conserve their tires just a little bit longer and maintain in the draft and instead of pull away. But we're going to have to. We're gonna have to see if these guys can hold out. I think we're about 10th position. They're still running 3 wide.
And Pope just took the lead away from Ray Garcia. Bill Hayes up to 2nd place. Just trying to keep a wide shot here because anything can happen. Oh, and there's a little something. 87.
Oh, and a single truck. Nope. There he goes. He's collected a couple more. He collected a couple more. That's unfortunate. At least he didn't take out the whole pile. He kind of tried his best to stay toward the top, but at least. Yeah, he could have taken out a whole lot more trucks there, but it's unfortunate. But hey, we still got more racing. We still got more stages to go. So,
and now a guy we haven't talked about, number 53, Bill Hayes, your current leader, really laying it down on the inside lane. And you see Brian is right behind him, trying to help him out. Yeah, these guys aren't going to want to do this for too long.
Yeah, doing a great job though. Yeah, it seems everybody's having a little bit of trouble coming off that turn 2 there. I guess everybody's getting a whole lot more speed, and that wall creeps up on them faster than they thought. So he'll start the accordion effect, and then hopefully we don't start putting people on the wall here. But wow, yeah, a lot better than stage 1, having everybody kind of clumped up here. A lot more action.
And I'll tell you what, and you may agree with me. Oh, there it is, Snyder into the. Oh man.
No, go low.
There's Landon Gentry. There's a whole bunch. Oh, man. Oh.
Wow.
This isn't Daytona or Talladega, but that doesn't mean we can't have the big one.
Wow. Yeah, that was. I guess I spoke too soon. Hopefully, no commentators cuss on any of the guys up there. Sorry about that.
Looked like a lot of good guys were involved in that. Landon Gentry was involved. Trying to see who else had been running up front that was involved in that. Snyder in that number 999. He was having a great run.
Yeah, not exactly the best there, but I believe I figure we'd give a run to the top 10. We've got Timothy Pope in the front, Bill Hayes, Ray Garcia, Michael Wiley, Jonah Long, rounding out the top 5. Got Brian Lucan, Juan Marshall, Mark Reed, and Robert Corzin, and Justin Coffenball, which we haven't seen a whole lot of tonight, but he is out there mixing it in to round out your top 10.
Listen, you are amazing because when you started saying names and I got to that name, I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I could say that one. But now I know. I appreciate that. I'm bad with last names.
Yeah, not a problem. I had to kind of dice it up with some of these boys before, and they laugh at everybody butchering their names up. So everybody's got a good sense of humor around here. But not with a good sense of humor. Look who's the battle for the lead again.
Timothy Pope.
Right.
Man, and it looks like the Juan Marshall in the wall, sporting a Honor the Fallen paint scheme. Love that for the month of May. And I realized, earlier I said, at the end of the month they typically get together and have their big show. It was scheduled to be yesterday, but they ended up rescheduling it for today. So typically it does not happen at the first of the month. It's usually at the end of the month. So I imagine these guys will have another big race here at the end of the month as well.
What? Double money in the same month?
Double money.
Good time to be riding in the big show.
We're in the wrong seat.
In the wrong seat. I get to watch the whole race from here.
That's true. But what I was going to say earlier, and then we had that big wreck. As a driver, if you run that inside lane below somebody coming out of turn 2 here at Michigan, those guys up top are trying to stay off the wall, and they're gonna push you down, and you don't know when that turn's going to happen for them. And sometimes you'll get door slammed if you're on that inside lane. Or if you're on the outside lane, you may get door slammed by the inside guy because he doesn't know that you're trying to come down and not get hit by the wall.
Oh, yeah, and even the best of them out there, that wall kind of creeps up on you, and you kind of have that pucker factor and turn just a little extra, and that guy on the bottom expects you to kind of hold your line, but, you want to give space, but you don't. You want to kind of jam him up there. That way you can take the position and to make him check up and you work your way around. As these guys are doing really well here. Everybody's kind of cleaned up and kind of marching around, so I think it's calming down a little bit. I mean, we're getting it kind of double wide here, but everybody's kind of single file, kind of biding our time and trying to stretch that fuel mileage before we have to pit again.
Try to take a look back here. Jeremy Richmond in the chat. Somebody was talking about Jeremy. He is still in it. For some reason, my scoring and timing gets a little weird when people get down past into the 30s. But he is still in it. On his way. He's currently in 25th position on the lead lap. He is still in it. He still has a big chance to bring home some big money tonight as we head back up front. Looks like our biggest mover right now, Charles Fletcher, in that number 6, up 20 spots since the drop of the green flag.
Yeah, and a great job he's doing. But back to Jeremy Richmond. He's trying to run down Matt Hummel here. But he's got Greg Blazin behind him, which I know will definitely give him a good push. But he is leading, I think, of a pack of about 4 cars back there. He's not out of it, and he did unfortunately get caught up in that last tussle with some of these other cars. So he may want to play a little pit strategy coming up here. Maybe take 2 tires during the stage or during this other one and try to get farther up rather than getting caught up, because you can see as the farther back in that pack, with no fault of your own, you'll start getting tied up in these wrecks, and it's kind of a bummer running back there in the 25th position. But he's not out of it. I probably put him as one of my favorites to place top 5 here tonight.
Yeah, and he's doing a great job. Like you say, he's currently trying to run down Himmel, and it looks like we got our first pit stops. Whoa, the 48 got really loose trying to get woed up there.
Definitely try to slow in and make sure you don't speed down pit road. That's a unexpected pit and a 15-second hold if you speed through pit. So the last thing I want to do is do that. That kind of ruins your race and puts you in the rear.
And these guys are pitting on lap 45, so we have 15 laps to go in this stage. So like Ray said earlier when we were talking to him, they like to pit around lap 14 of that stage. So they did exactly that this time around again.
Yeah, seems to kind of wait an extra lap here. When they said they pit around 14, when they pit around 14, they come in 14 and pass the line at 15, and they're kind of splitting the stage directly in half, or they kind of saving that one, getting one extra lap and then kind of smoking around here. As you can see, they just got put a lap down, but hey, with fresh tires, and they Timothy Pope still having to pit with Bill Hayes and Robert Corzine. It shouldn't be too long, and they'll be back on the lead lap.
And I will say last time in the stage, Pope was running about 0.05 faster last time compared to what he's running right now. Right now he's running 40.24s. Last time he was still running like a 40 flat, pretty much.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I think his draft buddy up there just left him, so he's kind of out there alone. So if I were him, I would probably pit sooner than later, because now he doesn't have the draft to help him, like Ray Garcia getting ready to split 3 wide. Oh man, for that guy coming off pit, so he should be on the march. So Timothy Pope's gonna have to make a quick pit stop and try to get back out here to race for the contention.
And you see the 17 kind of got held up there by the 88, who's now going to come down into pits. Oh, but he touched the grass, trying to woe it up. I don't know that he made it. I don't know that he was able to get it slowed down enough. I guess we'll see here. Timothy Pope still out on the track. We'll see how long this 88 gets held on pit road to see if he possibly had a penalty. So he's going to go with 2 tires so far. Let's see if he get 4. Looks like he is. Nope, getting 4. And down the way. So he got woed up.
Okay. I was gonna say, how many people we still haven't pit yet? We got about 10 still haven't pit, or is Timothy Pope still the only one out there?
Timothy Pope has not. Jeremy Richmond, I don't believe has. Hummel, Gregory Ricks, they're all just now coming in. Oh, 87 on pit road.
Wow.
Oh, and another. There goes Richmond around.
Not again. No. No.
Trying to get it.
String of bad luck here tonight.
Tell the viewers at home how difficult it is going from like 180, 190 miles an hour, getting it woed up to, I think pit road speed here is 45 or 55. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. I mean, you're coming from that speed and trying to slow down. Pit road speed is 55 miles an hour. So when you're coming 180 miles an hour and trying to slow down to 55, I mean, it's like kind of trying to come back to a crawl and then maintain that speed without stomping it through pit. But, you know, the tires are melted. You lose traction, and it's very easy to lock up the brakes, which not every time means you're stopping as fast as you can. So sometimes you got to be on them, off them, on them, off them. As you see that one driver that hit the grass on the way in, as that didn't work out too well. So, yeah, I mean, it is not easy trying to pull in the pit. As easy as it looks, I mean, you just come off the track, you pull in, you go and get your tires, your fuel, and then back out. But that is not the case. Because sometimes you got somebody barreling up the backside of you at the same time.
Right. Now, something big happened in pits. I don't know if you got to catch that or not. Timothy Pope missed his pit box.
Oh, yeah.
He ended up having to put that baby in reverse to get back in that pit box. And he did take only 2 tires and fuel. So, also notable, Bill Hayes, who is currently in 4th, he only had a 6-second pit stop. So I think he just went with like maybe a can, maybe a half a can to get him through to the end of the stage.
Yeah, it's possible. I think we may have to talk with the stage winner the next time and see how close these guys are getting to running out of fuel. I think. Yeah, you may be right. Somewhere around that 2023 mark, maybe the end of fuel, but it's hard to say. But Timothy Pope, unfortunately, kind of back here in the 8th position, kind of watching the field in front of him. But his tires are fresher, so he may be able to make up some ground. But what he doesn't have is the draft.
Yeah, and now Ray, who is leading this pack. I lied. He is not leading this pack. Jonah Long is leading this pack. He is letting the rest of these guys use up less fuel right now, but now he's drafting almost a lap down car. That number 19 of Douglas Ross is the last truck on the lead lap in that Ford Gravedigger paint job. Great paint job, by the way.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that should be him cutting there to the inside, going ahead and going on around him.
Yeah, so now he is a lap down. Last car on the lead lap is Jeremy Richmond, who is also on the front stretch right now, heading into turn 1 and 2. But like we said before, it doesn't matter if these guys do go laps down. They'll get it back, as you can see how far back the leaders are from them. Now, I think what's going to happen here, Patrick, is, you look at Timothy Pope back there. He is the dominator, as we're going to call him tonight. But, like right now, he's kind of lurking in the shadows. 19 in the wall we see there. But Timothy Pope is going to kind of use this to his advantage and kind of pretend like he's not able to get up there right now. But when it's go time, like we saw at the end of stage 1, Timothy Pope is going to be there, and he's going to be ready to pounce.
Yeah, but he is quickly running out of time here, Tim. I mean, I think our stage break should be here at 60. So, I mean, he's got 6 laps to make something happen in 7th position. I mean, that's a spot a lap. So he's really got to kind of pick and choose here who to slide around. As I would here, probably slide to that inside and get around Lucan here, I believe.
Yeah, because we're going to look. Okay, so these guys last pitted on lap 45, 44, 47, 46. Pope pitted on lap 50. So he's got anywhere from 3 to 5 laps better tires than these guys. And that proves that did I just hear yellow flag?
That's how you did.
Caution flag is out. Not sure why just yet. because there was not supposed to be a caution flag till lap 60. So that kind of changes the game, Patrick.
Yes, it does. And right now, I don't see any tire smoke. I don't see where anybody may have messed up here. I'm not quite sure. May have to have a little chat with race control and see what happened.
Yeah, I think we will do just that. We're going to pull Ray down here real quick. Hey,
Mike,
Ray.
Let's get that lap back.
Hey, Ray, what happened with the caution? Was there a...
What happened?
The caution, what was the caution for?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we threw it early. That's our mistake, drivers. Yeah, we got
Gotcha.
confused.
Okay.
We're used to throwing it at 55. One of my admins yelled out white flag, and
Oh, okay. So that was the official stage 2
Yeah.
break then. Okay.
Okay, stage
yeah,
3
we
still gonna
broke
be at
early.
90?
One of the admins yelled out white flag, and we threw the yellow, but it was actually not.
Oof.
Okay, so then 90 will be the next one.
90 will still be the next one.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and there you have it from race control. That slight miscalculation by some of the admins and race control. Things happen, but hey, this works out for some of the other drivers. Being able to bunch back up. As I hope to see Jeremy Richmond pull here in the pit, get a quick little faster pair of 4 tires and fuel, and get him back up here in the running.
So with that, looks like Jonah Long is going to be our winner for stage 2 in that number 20. So, my idea for Timothy Pope to be able to cut through the field was cut short.
Yeah, all right. But what do we got? We got Jonah Long. He's as a stage winner. Hey, what do you have? $15 and $20 he just won?
He won. Where did my notes go? I feel like it was maybe 10. I could be wrong. I don't know where my notes went. Oh, there we go.
Let's see.
$20. You're right.
All right.
So
All
$20 for
right.
Jonah Long, who comes off pit road first as well. Let's take a look real quick here, see who's got the fastest lap still. Currently looks like it's Mike Allen with a 39.01 still. A lot of guys coming close to that. Jeremy Richmond, 39.10. Bill Hayes, 39.08. 39.05 for Robert Corzin in that 88, who was fast earlier. Dustin Eaton, 39.02. So he's 0.01 away from being the fastest lap.
Yeah, and it's definitely tight out there, but it's good way getting a good run and trying to make remain competitive here. I mean, it's you can see I wasn't expecting so much separation, but once these guys kind of get settled down, I mean, you definitely see, the top 10 there I believe was in half a second, 0.8 of a second. Everybody smushed all together. So as long as we can keep the good clean driving, but not every time it's as easy as it sounds. These cars walk around and bumping and banging, and hopefully you just don't get everybody tied up in the middle of a bad situation.
Yeah, and it's I just man, I see somebody is mad in the chat about race control messing that up, and it does happen. It does mess up some strategy, but these guys, they do this so much, mistakes happen, and hey, it caught us all off guard.
Yeah, we won't say anything like, maybe one of the admins wanted a caution sooner because, man, he was having some trouble. But now we won't say that.
That's good. Hey, NASCAR does it, even though they don't race.
Yeah. They've had enough of that. But, hey, the way I look at it, we're all bunched back up, and we'll be back under green flag.
Man, and it's going to be a great start here to this one. As we're pace trucks are off. So it looks like our top 10s: Jonah Long, Ray Garcia, Bill Hayes, Brian Lucan, Robert Corzin, Timothy Pope, Michael Wiley, Dustin Eaton, Charles Fletcher, and Mark Reed are going to round out your top 10. Some notables: Terry Woody in that 51 up to 14th, up 17 spots. Greg Corzin up 17 spots in 11th. And that's about it for the notables.
Yeah, but we got Landon Gentry back here in the 25th position. So if he can get that horseshoe back out this time around, he should be back up there in the top 10 for sure, as they're back on the green flag.
And now Pope is starting in a different spot than he's used to. You know, sitting back there in traffic, he's usually in the top 3 or 4. As we got guys already going 3 wide here, heading into 1.
Man, you kind of think these guys have calmed down a little bit, but maybe some of them got a lot more courage than I would. Yeah, wow, almost squeezing 4 wide there as they're bringing it back down the backstretch. So a couple clean laps here, and hopefully we won't get a tumble up here, Tim.
You know, in these trucks, it's almost like they're running restrictor plates right now. As we see up front, it's almost looked like he was going 3 wide for the lead, but right now Bill Hayes goes to the inside. Up front, inside of Jonah Long, right behind him, he's got the 88 of Robert Corzin. We've seen a lot up front, got involved in that accident. Now he's back up here battling for the lead. Man, it's getting tight.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I'm watching back here.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. I'll hold it together.
They kept it up.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on some of our fan favorites out there with Landon Gentry, and I see he's worked his way back up already to the 16th position. So it is seeming to work out for him staying low as some of these cars are kind of tumbling, smashing their way toward the top. So glad to see that's working out, and these guys are kind of trucking around. But I don't know, Tim. Somewhere in my gut, we got another one.
You know, it's so difficult because right now you look at these guys right here in this middle, and you can see some of the guys are pushing real hard. You see their truck kind of push up the track, slide up the track, and when that's happening, these guys are going, for a lack of a better term, balls to the wall and just trying to get the most they can out of their truck. They realize that this is somebody's in the wall. Who was that? Oh, and that's a fast one.
So was that
Ryan
Lucan riding the
Lucan.
wall?
Yeah. Man, that's unfortunate.
Wow.
And you know, sometimes, and you can attest to this, sometimes you'll be in the draft and you'll go to turn and the draft just carries you straight instead of actually turning.
Yeah, you have absolutely nothing. It's just normally the draft, if you get close enough, it'll actually push down on the top of the truck and make the whole thing kind of squat down. But if you kind of poke your nose out just a little bit, it'll pick up one side of the car or the other, and that seems to be what happened. He rode a little high, and the right front picked up, and like you're saying, as you can see, we got another one up in the wall. Man,
that was trying to figure out who that was. Not sure.
Is that Rapp?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that was Dale Rapp. But yeah, I mean, but you can see like a small slip up, and Brian Lucan's dropped back to the 23rd position. So tough break, but I mean, racing's racing, and it's going to be hard. No one said this was easy. So these guys are marching their way back up toward the front, and hopefully get a couple good quick laps here. As Ray Garcia is still mixing it up with some of those top 5 drivers, getting caught up along that high wall. So, oh boy, we got somebody spinning through the infield there.
That was Terry Woody we just talked about earlier.
Bummer.
Looks like it's a single car situation. Yep, single car. So he's good to go.
Yeah, I hate to see that happen. You know, you get a good race, and then all of a sudden tires just cut right out from under you. So, but we do have another stop here at 90. So I think we got about another 25 laps, and then we should be. Everybody gets to give it a good shot, but hey, I'm impressed at how many clean cars are getting through this so far.
Yeah, and these guys this is the biggest pack we've had since the drop of a green flag in a while. And I mean, I think from first all the way back to, we're going to go say 19th place, within 2 seconds of each other.
Yeah, and that's not bad, but yeah, I mean, if you think about it, 2 seconds, I mean, with 19 full-size trucks all together, at 180 miles an hour. Good luck with that. Good luck. Because this is going to be no Sunday drive after today.
Oh, and there goes Ray Garcia.
Man. Round he goes, bang, right in the wall. Boy, that's a lot of damage.
Man. And my game does this weird stuff. Like, we get halfway through a race and it starts freaking out. So, during our next caution, I'll get that taken care of. But back up front, the 17, real close to that 84.
Yeah, the two of them not really want to squeeze an inch here, but it's a good fight. I appreciate this. Some of these guys are, wow, almost 3 wide there for the lead, and they're pushing on through.
And Jamie Shaw in that 84 he just backed out. He's like, nope, we don't need to be going through it right now. I'm just going to back up.
Yeah. Who do we have? I was going to say, is that Robert Corzin in the lead?
Oh, yeah.
Hot dog, man. He's kind of been hanging there, tumbling around in the top 10. Glad to see him get out front tonight.
And now Dustin Eaton up here, guy we haven't talked about tonight, up in second spot, right behind him in that number 1 truck. And then Bill Hayes in the outside. Oh, man.
Yep, we're not done yet.
Sometimes these guys, like Eaton was trying to follow that 88, and you'll follow too close and door slam that guy that's right behind him.
Right. And you can see we're almost 3 wide here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. Oh, as the 48 kind of squeaks his way in there. Just barely making it with Michael Wiley riding toward the middle. Very dangerous place to be, but it might just work out for him.
Yeah, you think he's going to cut it down here? Well, maybe not. Thought maybe he's going to go below him because he had a much better run. And now he's going to lose that to Timothy Pope, who's on the inside of him.
Yeah, a lot of great racing out here tonight. A lot of great racing. As we can see, the tire wears definitely start to set in here. With, about 13 laps from when we got tires. So you're going to start seeing guys trying to make some aggressive maneuvers, and it's difficult. Needless to say, trying to make a move like that. As you can see, 17's getting turned around there in turn 3. Wow, was he able to keep it collected?
Who was the 17? I'm trying to find.
Mark Reed.
Mark Reed. Oh, it looks like he saved it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he saved it, but boy, he's kind of chugging back there. Probably dropped back almost to the 19th, 20th position, and then try to run it back in there. But man, he's got a lot of cars in front of him. He was a fast truck tonight, so definitely got to pick and choose your lanes to get back up front.
And now it looks like Corzin's still out in the lead. Dustin Eaton in second, Jonah Long third, Bill Hayes in fourth. Timothy Pope trying to make his way back up there. Looks like we're on lap 69, so about 20 laps to go here. Actually just I almost broke into a no! Michael Wiley and the 53 get together, but they both kind of save it.
Wow, ton of speed loss there. Ton of speed. Now you're going to watch the accordion effect as everybody else tries to thread their way around them.
As I was going to say before, chaos ensued. Allison Moki in the chat is rooting for her 16-year-old birthday boy tonight, Jonah Long, already a stage winner here tonight. So happy birthday to Jonah.
Yeah.
Oh, the 14 hard in the inside wall. Coming down pit road. I'm telling you all, it is so difficult. Oh, he's going to get in the grass. Now he's going to get it stuck spinning. Losing a lot of time here.
A lot of time lost. But they gotta clear their minds, get back on track, and then and try again. Something to note: Landon Gentry has worked his way back up to the 7th position. And he's going to fire down pit here, see if he can take a couple spots. Oh, dog, he clipped that truck there.
Woo!
Did he get in slow enough? And will he pick up that position?
That's going to... Man. See what Jeremy Richmond's going to get here. It looks like he's going right now. Right sides.
Boys, we have to adjust the next stage to 85 because of that mess up at 55. So we're going to cut. We're going to 85. Okay.
Got it.
Right on.
Thanks, Ray.
All righty.
All right, and that's a quick word from race control. We will be going under the stage 3 ending at lap 85. So how does that play in your pit strategy, Tim?
Well, really, actually, you know what? I didn't think it mattered, but that's a lie because some of these guys might have been waiting longer to pit, possibly. But now it's kind of like, oh, well, I should come in now and get that fresh set and get back out there.
Yeah, you're definitely. The boys are definitely going to be dicing it up. As it looks like we have Gregory Ricks is in the lead so far. So hey, nice to see him out here.
Yeah, Gregory Ricks. You saw him come down pit road earlier. Kind of got sideways. Back out here leading. Has not pitted yet. Oh man, I don't know what my iRacing is doing. It's the remix to iRacing. Matt Hummel in second. He was a favorite here tonight. He's been caught up in a few of those accidents. And it looks like right now Robert Emerald is down pit road. So
yeah, it was a good mix-up kind of lining up coming out of turn 4 here. We got a lot of fast cars and a lot of cars pitting, so everybody's kind of, oh man, getting good and jammed up there. For everybody kind of just trying to kind of keep it in line. You see the tire smoke from everybody trying to slide in underneath that 55 speed limit here tonight. It looks like Greg Blason has gone ahead and taken the lead and is going to finish a couple of laps with John Kaza not far behind him, that's for sure.
I think it's Kazaza, because that was one I was always messing up. But yeah, I'll help you out there, Kazaza.
Oh, that's a cool name.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Blason's going to come down pit road now. Oh, touches that grass. It's hard to touch that grass to get slowed up. But
yeah, and that angle when you're coming off 4 with that amount of turning you got to make, that's just it's extremely hard to make that turn because it comes up and then all of a sudden you see it jerk to the left where pit road is. Yeah, it's not curved with the track, so yeah, it makes it for a very, very difficult entry.
Oh, Ray Garcia coming down pit road locks it up a little bit there. Timothy Pope here with Jonah Long and then Jamie Shaw leading this second pack. Once things cycle through and John Kazaza goes down pit road, Timothy Pope's going to be your leader with Jonah Long right there behind him.
Yeah, and Ray Garcia after the tie up there with your stage 1 winner and that tie up there toward at the middle of stage 2, coming down in the pit, trying to kind of square it off and then get back up in the running here, because he's kind of on the back foot now.
Yeah, and it's such a hard thing because now, okay, you head into stage 3. You're heading into the final stage. Do you just stay out? Do you kind of just push it as long as you can in that final stage?
As far as the fuel and tires will get you, Tim.
Right, yeah.
If we're going to be stopping at 85 here and we got to make it to 125 and we got a 20 lap deal, okay, so you got 20, so now we're at 105 and then we got, maybe make it on 2 tanks of fuel. Maybe. But depending on the draft, this is where the fuel strategy's got to come in. Everybody's got to kind of communicate with their crew chief about what do we do. Because, one wrong move, if we, everybody starts only taking rights, and then everybody's, people haven't taken any tires at all, and going ahead and taking the lap cut time and just running with fuel. It's going to get real dicey here pretty soon. As you can see, Jonah Long here in the second position, giving Timothy Pope a run for his money here.
Man, and looking at these lap times right now, Pope and Long are running about 39.6s. That second group running 39.5s. They've got a lot more help.
Yeah, they do. But like I said, there are only 2 of them out there, so they'll only be able to push as far as they can. So, hey, not bad seeing a couple of young drivers out here. Jonah Long, quick little shout out that he's 16, and I believe actually Landon Gentry's 13. So
yes.
We have all ages and creeds out here as we're getting a good tie up here in the middle of 2. Got a good bunch up of cars, but no wrecks. That's always good.
And speaking of Landon, he's up to 8th. He got involved in one of those wrecks, but he has been able to this stage bring it back up. I think at one point you said he was up to 16th. Now he's up to 8th, and he has plenty of laps, about 5 or 6 laps, to get back up into possibly the top 5. He's got plenty of guys in front of him that he can draft off of and make those moves.
Yes, and there's plenty of time to get around, make things happen. But it's anybody's race, as we're coming up on about five to go before we end this stage. But as a stage ending, do you come in for tires and fuel to start out at the beginning? Or I mean, I would probably come in for 4 tires and a fresh set of fuel, fix all my damage, and get ready for this last sprint to the end, Tim.
I'll tell you, I say what I'll do, but then if I'm out there on the track, I'll do something totally different. Something I think of in this situation, it would depend on where I am positioned, honestly, on the track. Because I'm the kind of guy that would take a chance to come in, get those 4 fresh ones and that fuel. But I'm also the kind of guy that would possibly take 1 can and 1 set of tires to keep me up there in the running for as long as I can, and then make that pit stop, because I fully believe when I look at, statistically get within those last 10 laps, you're probably going to have a caution.
Right. Yeah.
So I think, and I bank on that.
Yeah. It's definitely a possibility in the last stage of having a couple of caution laps, trying to square everything away and make, kind of keep everybody honest, as we can say.
Yeah.
But this, like I said, gambling in pit road, this is the big show. So go big or go home, really.
$100
to win. So $100, and that's not including stage wins. So tonight you see Timothy Pope starting to actually pull away from Jonah Long here. He may have to kind of get back in line with him and kind of try to keep up here. I think we all have 2 before we got our stage break, and then everybody will be coming down pit road for those fresh tires and fuel.
Yeah, and these guys are doing a great job here in this stage. This stage was probably the cleanest stage that we seen. As we look back here at this second group, it's about 3 seconds off of the leader. And now Landon Gentry is getting challenged by Jeremy Richmond, who's going to go to the inside here for 9th and 10th. Going to drop Jonah. Did I say Jonah? I meant Landon back to 10th.
Yeah, and he's really rocking that New Spirit construction truck. I like that white and blue.
Yeah, it's a nice clean paint job right there. But back up front, white flag is out for this stage. Next time by will be the checkered flag, and your stage 3 winner will be crowned.
Alrighty.
And he's really just kind of coasting here. Not really feeling threatened by Jonah right now.
Yeah, doing a lot of work, and even that last lap, he's still pulling a fast time. Yeah, don't put any extra wear and tear on that motor if you got her 1. So yeah, that should be the end of it right there, as Timothy Pope takes your stage 2 win.
Stage 3.
Stage 3. My God. Where am I? You guys seeing these cars going around the track so many times, man. It's wow.
Oh, yeah, you kind of get dizzy. But while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and bring up, try to fix the iRacing situation I got going on here. Trying to find our webcams. I think here we go. Yeah, here we go. So as I get iRacing fixed and squared away, because we don't want any of that skipping when we're watching the final stage. Man, so heading into the final stage, Patrick, how are you feeling about the drivers that you ended up picking, and where we're going to end up at the end here?
Well, they're doing really well. I didn't think they'd be having such a hard time, but I did call out Jeremy Richmond. What looks like he is in the 9th position, so he has had kind of some bad luck there toward the beginning, but he is working his way toward the front. But we still have another stage to go. Whether he can hold that off, we'll see. But Landon, he's dropped back. Well, dropped back from where he originally started, but he is ahead from where he started stage 2, and he ended up in the 11th position. So it's not a surprise. I called it. For them to get to the front. But Timothy Pope is really really rocking this track. And I think the only way to really trip him up or get him off his game is going to be some pit strategy here. I mean, last thing I want to do is run out of fuel, so I would probably gamble on maybe one side tires and then rock it that way. That would be what I would do, Tim.
Yeah, I really like that's a great idea because you got to take those risks at this point in the stage because you think now lap 85 we're gonna have a full 30 laps here at the end if these guys don't have a caution. So like we said earlier, about 23, 24, you know, when is that caution going to happen? Is it going to happen? So when they make that late pit stop in the end of this race, I think that's where you're really going to have to gamble. I mean, for me personally, I think I'd have to go with just fuel to get me to the end. Not even do full fuel, just do maybe a tank of fuel just to see how far it'll get me.
Yeah, but these drivers and the crew chiefs have had kind of an idea of how many tire changes we've done, be able to take the measurements on those tires, and then determine if we need tires or not. I mean, if we've been kind of rocking around here and you still got 90% tires, that would definitely be a feasible option to go out there and just only run fuel. But I've seen iRacing does take into account the amount of fuel that you put in. So
Yep.
they're saying a gallon of milk or water or a gallon of fuel raise somewhere between
Right.
4 to 7 gallons. So if you are 5 gallons less than the guy in front of you, that's less weight I'm pulling around the track, but you are running that gamble. I mean, I'd hate to be, one or half a lap away from finishing and just being there and run out of fuel. Because without go-go juice, you're not going.
That is true. And a quick look at our chat. Harrison VR says, you guys are doing a great job with the broadcast. Appreciate that. Will jumped in here. He says he's in makeup getting ready for the second race for tonight. We do want to tell everybody we do have a second race starting here very shortly at 10-4 Broadcasting over on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch is going to be the East. Oh, I want to mess this up. The East Coast Tour Modifieds. They do a great job over at that race. Good luck to Will and Maddox in that one. And Will says he's jealous of our beards. So I can't donate any or I'd help you out, man. I just realized we got the bald and beard going on here. It's,
I was going to say, I'm saving mine for the top of my head. But it looks
great.
like we got a couple other people out there. Who do we have? We have Stellar Stella. That looks like somebody who's out there rooting for Jeremy. And
Yep.
also, we got a couple people, shout outs for those paint schemes. So shout out to all those painters who were really painting these cars up, making them look good.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, what iRacing just does some weird stuff for me. There we go.
Yeah, we need to get on our producer and tell him to square that thing away.
For real. But about to go back green here, lap 88. Pace lights are off. Pope is your current leader right now. Man, trying to see if we got anybody who maybe stepped into the top 10 that maybe did some strategy. Doesn't look like it. Looks like everybody probably, actually looking by times, everybody went with 4 except Ray Garcia. 9-second pit stop.
Yeah, I figured kind of playing it safe, but he is back there in the 22nd position. So you saw he did have to make 2 pit stops last run, one for the wreck and then one kind of in the middle, I guess, just for fuel. So he may have semi-fresh tires and then just stop for fuel and keep rocking here. But he's got a lot of trucks in front of him, so he's got to, as your stage 1 winner, kind of trying to truck through here and see if he can get back in front. But the man out front tonight is Timothy Pope, is rocking along as he sees a sea of trucks behind him here, Tim.
And I'm going to tell you, a guy that I've been watching since the drop of the green flag, our third place runner right now. Oh, 3 wide. That's a little sketchy.
Here it comes.
Oh, no.
Here it comes.
I'm not going to talk about nobody
there
yet.
They go.
Woo.
There they
Oh,
go. Yep.
there it is.
And
Big
the
wreck
domino
on the
effect
front.
begins.
Oh, man, the 99 involved. The 6, the 1, the 14, the 48. A bunch of big cars. As this one kind of gets back together. Ray
Race control
Garcia
throws out that caution.
They do, yeah. So this final stage, things like that, if it involves a lot of trucks, they will throw that caution. Trying to see where the guy is that I wanted to talk about that was doing such a great job moving through the field. Oh, here he is. that number 25 truck of Greg Corzin, he has been able to take that truck. He started 27th. He is up to 7th. From the drop of the green flag to now, he's up 21 spots. He's doing a great job. We've talked about the other Corzin quite a bit, and that number 88, trying to see where he's at. He's up at 4th. So these guys, I can imagine, once they get next to each other, they're probably going to help each other through the end of this one.
Yeah, and that they are. And boy, what a mix-up for the front half here. As you got Timothy Pope in the front, Jonah Long in second. We'll be starting right next to him on this restart. And we got Jeremy Richmond, who I called out as probably one of my favorite drivers trying to get out there, running in third, with Robert Corzin and Jamie Shaw in fifth. So that'll round out your top 5. And man, that is not who some would expect, but where some do.
I'm going to try to get us back to this caution. Okay, here it is. Perfect. I found the right spot. All right, so we're going to – this is where chaos ensues. Looks like it happens right here, this mid-pack, the 88. Where is he on my list? Because it doesn't show me. There he is. We're going to get a closer look here. You can see him in the 93 were already touching heading into that turn 3. And that's just going to cause chaos. He's going to push him up into that 48, who had nowhere to go, gets clipped right there, and around he goes up into the wall, and he just starts collecting other guys after that.
Man, there's no way around that. And you can see, pick a lane, there is none. They're everywhere.
Yeah, no lane. The grass was maybe your best option.
Yeah, but I mean, heck, they were down there plowing into the pit wall. So, yeah. I think the only way to avoid any part of that was probably to just stomp on the brakes and let it happen. Let it happen in front of you. Wow.
Oh, he made it. Oh, no, he didn't. I was like, wow, Brian Lucan made it, but he just got clipped on the rear end. Man. So that was a replay of what happened there. Does this change anything? Does it change your strategy after now we have a caution just 2 laps into the stage?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, if anything, I mean, you're kind of getting an extra fuel savings, kind of ticking off some of these laps. I would probably be kind of driving in and pushing the clutch in, kind of kill that motor and let it drag on around. But the ones who did get tied up in that wreck, I mean, I'd head down pit road, get a quick fast repair, get the tires that are now obviously flat spotted, and just top off with a little spit of fuel, and then you might be able to drag an extra lap or so than some of these other cars on the safer end. But not really. It being so early in this stage, Tim, I don't think it changed much. But what it's going to do is it's going to mix up this order. And you're trying, doing really well in the 10th position. Now now you're back here in 20th. That part I would say definitely going to change your strategy of, oh no, how am I going to get back up front? Because it's last sprint. It's hard to say. I mean, we're really going to have to buckle down and push through on this one, Tim.
Yeah, and looks like Landon Gentry up to 6th place now in that number 33. Just seeing, look who else has made his way back in the top 10. That number 999 of Jeff Snyder. He got involved in that early wreck in stage 1. He was a contender and got taken out, but he's back up here. Terry Woody back up here. He was up here earlier. Douglas Ross in that number 19 Gravedigger. He went a lap down earlier, but guess what? He's back up here in the top 10. Jamie Shaw, great run by that number 84 team. Typically, he's got his brother in here, too. He's not in here tonight, so just one Shaw repping Canada tonight. It's a whole field of Americans, and then you got Jarrett Woodard as a Canadian and Jamie Shaw as well.
I was going to say, it shouldn't be too far of a drive. We are in Michigan.
Facts. That's true. Guess it depends on where in Canada they are.
Yep.
Looks like Pace Truck is off, though.
Yep, here we go with a quick stack up here. And then we should be ready to go at the leader's discretion.
Oh, look at those big runs those guys were getting in the middle of the field.
Wow.
4 wide.
4 wide.
Look at the 19.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, this is not good.
Oh, don't sling out the track. Oh, hold it. Wow. Okay, look like no more trucks got kind of tumbled up in that one. As you're looking up here at the top 10, absolutely slicing and dicing to the field here. So there's definitely a lot more action. You pray there's not another big one, but at last stage, you kind of got to put up or shut up here. This is where it matters. Is Timothy Pope pulling away and getting the lead out in front of these guys.
Man, a big run. Oh, that 19 truck, he's trying so hard. He pushing Jonah along, trying to go to the outside of the 88. Not much room between there and the wall, but he's still trying to make it work. He takes that lane just above those leaders. And look at Landon Gentry up to third now on that inside lane. Looks like he may clear Jonah along here.
Yeah, the two teenagers going at it, and then they are definitely not driving like some of them out there. And teenagers on the road, that is, Tim.
Yeah. Oh, he pushes up into Jonah. Oh, man.
Yeah, definitely tight racing here. As you can see, we're only about 10 laps from when we pit. So these boys better settle down here pretty soon because we got a little way to go. You know, probably another 10, 15 laps, and we're going to have to pit for fuel and tires. So, I mean, last thing I want to do is kind of mix it up and smash everybody to pieces here. But, I mean, Rubbin's racing, and we got to make sure we keep out there. But you can see Landon kind of getting hung out to dry. No one's really drafting behind him, so he's going to have a little trouble there if he doesn't kind of find a buddy where 17, you can see, is actually there.
He's going to go below him.
Yeah, 17's actually going to take over and run it 3 wide.
And this is the thing. Those guys on that inside lane, they're just ruining their tires right now. So these guys on the outside not using up as much. Oh, whoa, Jamie Shaw dives down to the inside. Gets a big run, actually.
Wow, what a move. What a move. Yeah, whether he'll be able to take that third. Oh, I'm tumbling. Oh, minimal damage. All right. Great piece of driving from everyone back there in the field. Actually able to work around that one. Great piece of driving.
I puckered a little bit on that, but great job by everybody. I'm trying to see who was maybe involved in that.
Oh, we got another tumble up on the front stretch. Oh, man.
Is it just one? Oh, everybody trying to collateral. Oh.
Man, it looked like I only caught 2 more up there.
Man.
Wow. I know I've been talking about it a lot tonight, but we got Jeremy Richmond back up to the 7th position.
There he is.
For an odd reason, he did pit on that last caution. He was in the 3rd position and then pit. And then now he started back in the 23rd position and was rocking back up here in the 7th, getting through all this traffic. So, yeah, wow, what a great piece of driving out there by Jeremy. But he's going to be barreling back down Landon again, as he saw from stage 2. So maybe he's figured him out. Might try to work around him, but I say Michigan is not a track of do it yourself. You need help, and you're going to need somebody to help you around there because draft is name of the game here at these super speedways, Tim.
Yeah, as we come very close to, we're on lap 99, coming to 100. Oh, no!
Oh, we got a tumble in the backfield, man.
Big one.
Come on, guys.
Big one. Oh.
Look at the hang time. Man, that guy could see his house from there.
I'm pretty sure he was.
High he got in the air?
I'm pretty sure he was singing some Tim McGraw. I went skydiving.
Yeah.
I didn't say I could sing anybody, so.
Yeah. I didn't
yellow
think
flag
in his Camping World truck as race control throws out the yellow caution here to kind of slow everything down. I mean, we've probably had 3 tumble ups here, and that was one that took probably almost half the field out. So
now,
wow,
this changes a lot. It's going to be lap 101 as we cross the stripe this time. It's let me pull somebody down. We got to pull somebody down to find out this fuel situation. Let's pull down. We're gonna pull down Jonah Long. Hey Jonah, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, you able to bring home the stage win for stage 2? It's your birthday. Happy birthday! That's awesome. What does the fuel window look like for you guys right now?
It's looking like we're going to have to make one under yellow pit stop right now and then one green flag.
So does it go like 20, 21, 22 laps?
15-ish.
Oh, 15-ish.
17 laps
Okay.
at most.
Gotcha. That's way different than I thought. Okay, man, that really. How do these cautions play into your strategy here for the rest of the night?
They work perfect.
Hey, Patrick, he already knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you guys were going to have to make 1 or 2 stops. If you guys were making about 20, 25 in the draft, you know, I wasn't sure if you were going to have to make 1 or 2 stops. But obviously, everybody's going to have to make a stop here for tires and fuel. But man, yeah, if you're only making 15, this may be a double stop. You may have to make another one before the end. What do you think your strategy might be?
Just split it in two, just kind of pit in the middle.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. Well, good luck the rest of the way, Jonah.
Thank you.
Man, so 17 laps, Patrick. That's much different than I expected.
Oh yeah, and that's definitely going to put a kind of a cramp in everyone's style here tonight. I would, yeah. If you're only going to make 15 and we're 102 now, you know, you're not going to make it to the end on fuel. So now, you know, he's saying kind of split it in the middle. Maybe this is where now your theory would come in is, do I take tires on that second run? Because like right now, maybe I wouldn't take tires, and I would take tires later in the race to get that last shootout here toward the end.
Man, there's so many options here. It's such a difficult thing. Whenever I'm racing, I typically love to have a crew chief because then I don't have to think about it. You know, like when I'm running the NASCAR sanctioned series during the week.
Right.
Typically, I have a crew chief, so I don't even because if I'm sitting here racing, thinking about it after every caution or every situation that may happen, that I've got to recover from. It is so difficult as a driver to be thinking about your next pit stop, what you're going to do here, what you're going to do there. So, you know, in this situation, I would just hand it all over to my crew chief and hope that they made the right call.
Absolutely, 100%. And as a driver myself, I mean, you're running around behind people trying to keep a clean line, and you're thinking, do I have enough fuel? Should I put tires on? You know, what about? And then some guy comes down in front of you, and you're trying to mess with your fuel strategy and your pit strategy. What do I do? What do I do? And you know, it's always good to have a crew chief out there to be able to help square you off and let him make those calculations. But he may also tell you, hey, you know, Tim, get off the gas. You know,
right?
Find a friend because we're not going to make it. So yeah, definitely a crew chief would help. But yeah, this early caution here is definitely going to play into some of these. I think we're going to mix up the field again. But Timothy Pope out in front, still doing a great job. I'm impressed at his performance so far tonight, Tim.
Yeah, a lot of guys I'm impressed with. I really don't even know who's got a shot. I mean, I feel like everybody's got a shot. You know, anything can happen here. We've had Timothy Pope up here leading, Jonah Long, Robert Corzin, Landon Gentry. Jeremy Richmond hasn't made it up to the lead yet, but he is knocking on the door. Ray Garcia back up to 12th. He was a Stage 1 winner. He was up there at the top. Jeff Snyder was up there earlier. Greg Blaze in 19th currently, making his way up there. And one guy that everybody was talking about from the start was Matt Hummel, and he's currently in 27th. But anything can happen because we're only on lap 103, so we got 23 to go, and green flag is back in the air.
Yeah, back in the air it is. These guys are starting to go through. Ooh, boy, somebody must have spun his tires on the restart there. Hopefully he didn't get in the back of him because aerodynamics is going to play a big key on this. Wow, they're getting a good pile up. Yeah, as you see that the battle here, even for actually second through looks like sixth there. They're just jamming in there. Wow.
And there's Jeremy Richmond making his way up there. He is right behind that 84, but to the inside of him is that 13? I can't tell. The numbers are very dark. That inside lane really diving there. And look, there's Ray Garcia.
Yeah, what a great job. As you can see, Timothy Pope, we getting that little bit of breathing room he needed as he's now out front, and they are single file back to the first 5. But as I say that, they start tumbling up and getting squished. It's Jeremy Richmond. What the hot topic tonight, getting slicing and dicing through there, taking it 3 wide in the middle. Fortunately, pulls out of that one. Wow.
Man, there's Wiley making his way back up in that 48 truck. That inside lane on these fresher tires are really proving to pay off. You see Richmond just keeps dropping back.
Yeah, Ray Garcia kind of got a little loose there. I'm wondering if his tires haven't really tacked up yet, and he kind of got a good wiggle there as Jeremy Richmond was kind of trapped in a box of about 4 cars on the inside of him.
Oh!
Wow. Oh, 1, 2. All right, 2 more trucks got collected up in that one, unfortunately. So, but so far, with race controls, teams were still under green flag, and we're going to keep rocking and rolling here down the backstretch.
Man, all eyes are on this middle pack. Right now, Timothy Pope still leading. Jonah Long in second. Robert Corzin in third. Landon Gentry in fourth. Heath Rutherford fifth. Guy we haven't talked about tonight, Julian Code? I'm messing that up. In that 18, currently in 6th, Ray Garcia 7th, Douglas Ross in 8th, Jeremy Richmond in 9th, and Michael Wiley in 10th in that 48 truck.
Yeah, and what a battle we have going on here. I mean, you see in that 9th and 10th position here, with Jeremy kind of getting jammed up with 48. They got in a little bit of trouble with Michael Wiley, who got in a little bit of trouble there toward that last section there. But everybody's back on these tires again. And see if we can get a good run, as everybody seems to be settling down. But I'm sure I'm about to put my foot in my mouth because somebody's gonna make a move.
Yeah, these guys back in this middle here. Oh, Wiley up in front of Richmond.
Yeah, as we're going 3 wide, about another few sections back, about another 5 trucks back. We got 3 wide. They're getting jammed up there too.
And these guys do not want to stay single file back here. They're trying to make their moves.
Oh, man, come on, Tim. We got final stage here, bud, as we see a couple of guys starting to head into pit road. Well, it might be a little fuel strategy there, that if you can go ahead and pit now, you would be kind of debating on your tire wear, but he might just make it on fuel. So that might be a good idea to try. Seeing that
man,
John Long gave us a little insight on 15 laps. So
yeah,
that's
right
gonna be
now
cutting it close.
That's what I was saying. It's gonna be very close, and if you're not taking tires, it's just gonna make it more difficult.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they're getting there pretty tight there behind Jeremy Richmond. Originally, Dustin Eaton kind of got in the back of him and picked the butt end of his truck up and kind of pushed him into the wall, but he seemed to survive. Dustin Eaton kind of went back a couple of spots, but it definitely did the accordion effect to the ones behind him. So, yeah, everybody kind of hopefully going to calm down here a little bit and get back on. As you see 15 merging back onto the race surface, lap down obviously from early pit, but it may work out in his favor when it comes around to everybody else pitting and he gets to remain out.
This pack that we're watching right here, quite a few guys we see were running up front today. The 999, the 1, the 25, 17, the 87 was leading earlier, the 53 was leading earlier. So all these guys are about mid-pack, and they want to get up there as soon as they can. And they're just battling so hard right now. But, I mean, every position is precious right now.
Yeah, and speaking of position, Timothy Pope up here in the front, he may be running into some lap traffic here with Jamie Shaw, who pit earlier too. So he may have taken 2 tires and fuel, since we saw earlier that the 15 car was laying a little bit back. So the fresh tires, if he's getting any, may rock for him, but he doesn't have the draft with him. So we'll have to find out if Timothy Pope, which I don't believe he will have any race traffic issues.
I'm just really interested to see how these guys are going to pit. Right now, Mark Reed down pit road, one of the guys we were talking about, all by himself. Nobody else came down. Wow. Not sure that's a good move.
Yeah, unknown at this point. I mean, we are getting pretty close. We're at 112 out of 125, so we are getting getting pretty close to that fuel window. But like they were saying, a good draft will help save a little bit of that fuel. But you wouldn't think it's a mileage issue. As you can see, Timothy Pope making a good move around here, around this lap traffic. Now it's going to be Jonah Long or Robert Corzin to kind of follow suit and either keep up or stay behind that lap car and use his draft and try for the next turn.
Wow, Jonah gets a really good run off of that 84. Comes down to behind Timothy Pope. Pope's going to be able to clear him, and he's going to kind of use him to block. Look at that. Oh, no. I think Shaw was trying to get out of the way, but just didn't know where Jonah was going to go. But now Jonah's like, fine, I'll just use him to get around Pope.
Wow. Yeah, I guess a little more communication with the spotters there. Somebody letting somebody know what's going on. So
Jonah
he must be driving down. Oh, Jeremy Richmond got tied up in a couple of them there. He's in the infield, sliding sideways.
Oh, he's got. Oh,
yep, that's it. That's it. That's not good. That is not good. Man, just when you thought he made it out of it, somebody else comes down from the top.
Yeah, he could have saved that. He was doing a great job, but then once when 999 came down, that's all she wrote.
Wow. I was saying, the 999 was running up front for a little while.
Yeah. Snyder looks like he had to escape, so he's being towed right now.
Yeah. And we got a good pile of cars coming in the pit this time. So it was so far. I mean, obviously, you're some of the favorites out there with Ray Garcia, Landon Gentry pitting all here at the same time. And I believe that's Wiley
and there's a spin in pit road.
What happened?
I'm not sure. It looked like Julian was coming into his pits, and somebody else got into him and just pushed him straight through his pit box and spun him around.
Yeah, it looked like Landon got into him. Yeah, Landon was riding that inside lane, which it's always good ethics to try to stay on that outside lane until you get within about 5 of your box and then make your cut in. But but it's also the job of the spotter to kind of let everybody know where they have to go and where they have to be to make this cut. But we are within 10 of the checkered flag, so definitely not no lack of action out here tonight.
No, and Timothy Pope this time makes sure that he hit that pit box. Looks like he's going with 2 tires. And he is down and away.
All
2
right.
tires stop and fuel for Timothy
Gamble
Pope.
starts. And the gamble starts. We're about to find out if that's going to pay off for him.
See, these guys are on the front stretch right now. Trying to see where these people are at. Pope coming out of pit road right now. Jonah Long coming the exit of turn 2. Is it going to be enough for him to get around Pope? I don't think so. I thought maybe Pope was closer than that.
Greg Corzin, your race leader there for a little bit, sliding into pit road. So he's gone ahead and decided it's time for tires and everything else. But the only one I believe is out there is Robert Amaro. He's the last one out there.
Why do I not see that guy? Oh, there he is. Haven't talked about him tonight. That number 77 Chevrolet. Currently, I'm trying to see how far ahead he is of these guys.
Yeah, about 19 seconds from in front of Timothy Pope.
Yeah.
But like we were talking about, he still hasn't pit. Ooh, man. So you can see that tire wear starting to get a hold of him as he's sliding up the track. So don't know how much longer he's going to try to stay out there. I mean, we are kind of cutting it close.
Looks like he's coming around that 52 of Brian Lucan, who was an early contender here tonight. Unfortunately, ran into some misfortunes here as Robert just keeps trucking along here. He's going to push it as far as he can.
Yeah, but Timothy Pope kind of reeling him in here in the second position. Is reeling him in by over a second a lap. So time is going to be kind of the essence here, and maybe trying to get a name out there. Yeah,
is reeling in Pope, and I believe he's reeling him in because he's got that draft help from Richmond.
Wow.
Because he was about 2 seconds back. He's now a half a second behind Timothy Pope.
Definitely getting a good run there, that's for sure.
And you see that while we're right on board, he's doing a great job by just keeping that wheel as straight as possible through those turns. And that's going to get you around these corners really fast.
Yeah, definitely save on tire wear, that's for sure.
And now he's going to the inside of that 98 of Richmond. He's used him all up. Now he's right there on the back of Timothy Pope.
Yep, which then now retains the lead. So he is back in the lead in front with, I believe, 5 to go.
6 to go.
As we cross the finish line here, he's definitely going to have his hands full keeping
side by
keeping
side.
him off.
Man, Jonah Long to the lead. Now is Pope going to kind of be conservative here? And man, I don't know. I mean, do you just get right back by him and try to get by him, or do you wait till the last lap? Because right now these two
wait till the last.
Don't have to worry about nobody for 2.5 seconds. Wiley is the next guy in line with the 88 of Corzine, Eaton, Garcia, Rutherford, Hummel back up into 8th. Ricks and Woody round out your top 10, and those guys are nowhere near them.
Yeah, and that this may be kind of right down here to the wire with the top 2 here of Jonah Long and Timothy Pope. Yeah. Jonah doing a great piece of driving. I'm wondering how many tires he took. If he can stay up here in the top podium, we'll give him a quick talk to and see what his pit strategy was, seeing to get around. But if I was Timothy Pope, I'd probably buy another, maybe a lap and a half, kind of get his hopes up, and then kind of make that slide move to the inside of him. As you can see, as Timothy's kind of pushing Jonah Long around here and getting him loosened up, actually diving into these turns. So he may have to check up on him a little bit, and that may be where Timothy Pope's going to strike. This is not his first rodeo.
Here he goes deep down the inside. Joe's going to push him all the way down to that yellow line. That's going to cause Pope to push. Is Jonah be able to hold him on that outside lane, though, here at the line, side by side? Pope just edges him out just a little bit as we're now 3 to go.
Right, and now those higher low line, whether he can stick to the track or not, as he shakes him up and does the switcheroo and slides right back underneath of Timothy Pope, having to run for his money. But the outside line will hold and will pick up more speed as he pulls away from Jonah Long.
Heading down the backstretch, he's got about a 2-truck length between the two of them. Jonah's going to have to reevaluate, getting that draft, getting right back up there. Jonah's not had a problem getting to the rear bumper of Timothy Pope, but getting around him, he's gotten around him about 2 times now, and it ended up getting him a stage win earlier. Man, 2 laps to go here as we head off into turn 1.
All right, who are you taking, Tim?
I'm going to go Jonah Long.
You think so?
I know so.
Definitely making an aggressive cut there, but hey, it's Timothy Pope going to try to keep that conservative line up high and hope he can hold that speed through the turn, and that seems to be working for him so far. Jonah Long taking the more aggressive inside cut and trying to see if we can shorten up that track, but man, speed, and we're about to find out if he can get it going as we come up with the white flag about to come out from race control.
I think that cut, as the white flag comes out right here, that cut was too early. It was too aggressive, too early, but we'll see how it comes down to this final lap. And they don't want to look in the mirror because right now that second pack has gotten it down to a second and a half. So any mistakes done by these two, if they both wreck out, it's going to be off to the races for this second group.
Right. And right now here has to be his move. He did take the idea of staying behind Pope for the draft, but might have just cooked those tires a little bit when he made that cut. So Timothy Pope probably taking away the win. We're here at the Big Show, Michigan 125.
Man, he's going to bring home that $100. He got the pole, the $100, and I believe he had a stage win, stage 3. So Timothy Pope's going to be your winner here tonight for the Michigan 125 at the Big Show. Man, Patrick, what a great show we got to see tonight.
Yes, it was. Although dominating by Timothy Pope, everybody gave him a good run. He did not just drive away with this. I mean, there were plenty of lead changes tonight, and unfortunately some of the accidents, but everybody will have a better shot at it here toward the end of the month. Where are we going to be in here next week?
I am
next month.
unsure. Maybe Talladega, Daytona.
Ooh.
One of those.
I'll say that's a good fast track. So yeah, the Big Show enjoys staying with the super speedways and kind of.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh, or it could be ISS. Could go to iRacing Super Speedway as well.
Yeah, and that's just a pedal to metal sort of deal on that.
Yeah. So it looks like your podium finishers are going to be Timothy Pope, Jonah Long, and Robert Corzin finishing out in third.
Wow, what a race. And I appreciate y'all, everybody joining us here at 10-4 Broadcasting here with the Big Show. We enjoy y'all shouting out, putting comments out there. The drivers enjoy, and the painters enjoy. You also rooting for them and talking about their paint job, because these paint jobs aren't cheap, and everybody likes a good-looking truck or car for the racing for that night, Tim.
You know what I forgot? I forgot after every race they do they do a reverse race, one lap around the track backwards at the end of the Big Show.
When did that start?
That started about 4 months ago.
Oh, man. Reverse run.
It's so
if
funny.
you and I did any kind of strategy, I'd be out of fuel, and there's no way I can make it around.
You know what? That's true. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, but it's a good way for everybody to kind of celebrate and make a good trip around the track. You know, I mean, yeah, it was a heck of a race. We've been here over an hour and 15 minutes. You know, and it's a good way to let off some steam after the end of the race.
Yeah, for sure. Here. As you see these guys get ready, lined up. Oh, I think we lost Pope. Let me try to get back over here. There we go. Maybe they're just having a demo derby this time. Thank you for joining us, Stellar Stella. Hope you guys had a great time with us here today. Let's see if we can't get in some interviews here. Try to find Corzin. Some of these guys aren't in Discord, so Corzin's not here. Jonah's here. I'm going to bring Jonah down for you to talk to him.
All right. Jonah Long, how was that race, bud? What'd you think?
It was great. If only I hadn't given Tim the inside on that last pass.
Yeah, we noticed you were kind of trying to make that move back. We thought the cut was pretty aggressive, and we weren't sure if you had it. I mean, it got right close, and maybe a little shake and bake trying to get there, trying to get back behind him. But what was your pit strategy? Because it looked like Pope only took 2 tires, and then he was back on the track. Wait, did you end up taking 4 and a full tank of fuel there at the end, or we shortchange it a little bit?
I took 4 and a full tank.
Okay. So you may have been slinging around a little more weight than he was, because he got pulled away there, but you definitely gave him a run for his money. So, Tim, you got any questions for Mr. Long?
Well, you won a stage and you come home with second place. I believe you get. I don't want to say it. Hold on, let me make sure I say the right amount of money. I don't want to tell you a lie. Looks like you're coming home with $50 for second place as well. So. $70 for tonight. That's a pretty good payout.
Yeah.
But what do you know what track you guys are at next month?
ISS.
ISS. Okay, so man, that's going to be a great race.
It's my home track.
I was going to say, how well do you think you're going to do there?
Yep, that's where the Big Show started. ISS. Race that every single day, traveled away into the night.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, we'll definitely keep a note of that, and we'll have eyes on you on the upcoming race.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jonah. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Man, I can't help, Patrick, but to hear kind of as finishing second, I hear a little defeat in there, and it's understandable when this is competitive. People just don't do iRacing for the heck of it. People just don't own iRacing for the heck of it. These guys are out here practicing every day, like he said for the ISS, practice every day, every single day into the night. And so the dedication with these guys at the big show is very real. And, even though you do come home in second, you wanted to win.
Right, but it's still not bad. I mean,
No.
you came away with a stage win and second place. You went home with $70. I mean, you could have been sitting at home Netflix and you didn't make anything.
Yeah, well, you could have been paying it out. That's
Oh, yeah.
But as we come to the close here, the other two guys that hit a podium weren't in the Discord server, so unfortunately we don't get to talk to them. But, man, thanks, Patrick, for joining me here tonight. See if I can't get our where's our webcams? There we go. Want to thank you for joining me here tonight on the big show, and make sure anybody who wants to, you still want to watch some racing. Currently, Will and Michael Maddox live over on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch for the East Coast Tour Modifieds. Race number 6 presented by Admin Box for them. They're racing at Hickory Motor Speedway over there in the Wheelins. So
That's a dirt track.
yeah, that'd be a pretty sweet race to be watching right now. So thanks for tuning in, everybody, tonight. You got any closing thoughts, Patrick?
What a race, but it's all name of the game, and where you place. There's no rhyme or reason as to how you get where you do and where you place. Some had good luck, some had bad luck. So it was. I'm excited to be here. I hope I can come back and join, and interesting
definitely.
to see how ISS runs at the end of the month.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on 10-4 Broadcasting. I want to thank everybody at the big show. Thank Ray for having us on board. Officially, today is 10-4 Broadcasting's 2-year anniversary. We started about 2 years ago. We thank everybody for the support that we've gotten. In the past few months, it's bloomed and blossomed into something amazing, and a lot of great things are coming up in the month of May for us. We've got some big double headers at the end of the month for Memorial Day weekend, doing a charity race for veterans, and can't wait for that. That's going to be a double night event, Saturday night, Sunday night, Memorial weekend. And then, of course, all of our regular stuff during the week. We've got Saturday night Powerhouse, I believe it's called, Patrick. Is that right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Powerhouse Racing League with Kayla McCarthy as the admin. Yes.
Yeah, we got that one. Friday night, we've got the High Octane Sim Series. They just started their playoffs this coming week, so you're not going to want to miss that. Last night or yesterday, they had their All-Star race. And, of course, then Sunday night, our East Coast Tour Modifieds. So from everybody here at 10-4 Broadcasting, we want to thank you.